everyone, this is Susie Q of Susie Q's Happy Little Haven, and welcome to my nursery room window. Hi everyone, happy Easter, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be baking my Easter carrot cake, and I thought it'd be fun to bring you along with me. So here is my setup, and I'm going to be joining you over there in just a few moments. And we'll get started on the Easter cake. So we'll see you there. Hi everyone. So I just wanted to come on for a minute and say hello and happy Easter to everyone. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to focus the camera more on my workstation right here. And so, but I just wanted to say hi and hope that you're having a nice weekend and happy Easter with your family if you celebrate Easter. So anyway, I'm going to go around here and I'm going to readjust the camera down so that you can see what I'm doing, because you don't have to see my silly face the whole time that I'm cooking. So anyway, I'm really excited to do this today. I have to readjust the camera to where it's more level. I'm really excited to do this today. This is a really fun cake to make, and I thought, well, since I'm making it, I will have my dolly friends join me and watch the process. Okay, so it's my Aunt Leah's carrot cake, and when I was about 11 years old, we went to her house for just for a visit, and she served carrot cake with cream cheese icing for dessert, and I loved it so much, even as an 11-year-old, that I asked for her recipe. And so this is the recipe from 1965. Yes, 1965, and I'm I'm going to be 69 this year, so you can see how old this recipe is. Anyway, so what I'm going to do with this recipe is I'm going to grate the carrots first. I do my prep work first, so I'm going to grate the carrots, and then I'm going to chop the walnuts. And this recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of grated carrots, 1.5 cups of salad oil, 1 1/4 cups of chopped nuts, 1 cup of coconut, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt, a can of pineapple, about 1 2/3 cup, 2 teaspoons baking soda, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon allspice. I just wanted to give you a heads up of the ingredients that I'm going to be using today. So first of all, let's go ahead and drain the pineapple. And this is the pineapple that I got. I like to get the pineapple in juice, and it is crushed pineapple. It's less sugary that way. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up the lid. I'm just going to put my excess stuff across the way here, and I'm going to drain it into this strainer. Put that over there. And when it first starts draining, I take a spoon and I just kind of press it down. And I have this draining while I'm preparing the rest of the cake. And by the time the cake is, everything is ready to go, then the pineapple is drained enough to use it. Yeah, you don't want too much, in fact, hardly any juice in there at all, because it would make the cake too soggy. And that's the purpose for draining it. So yeah, I'm just going to press it around, push it around. And I have been making this cake, well, not since I was 11 years old, but when I got married in 1973, I first started making this cake. I discovered that my husband liked carrot cake, and so fortunately I had a great recipe for that. So I'm going to set this aside. And the next thing I want to do is I'm going to bring my shredder around here, kind of switch places with the, put that aside. I'm going to switch places with the mixer so you can watch what I'm doing. Yeah, I think you can see everything. And like I said, it calls for 2 cups of grated carrots. And I just got this grater not too long ago, and I really, really like it. It's really noisy, and so what I'm going to do is in my video, I will edit the sound out so you don't have to listen to it too. So I'm not going to talk during this time, but you will hear some very nice music. So let's go ahead and get started with the grinding. And I like these baby carrots. They seem to be sweeter for some reason. Oh, where's my... Oh, this is the push thing. See, I told you I just started using this. This is, you put it in this this tube right here, and then you turn it on and press that, and that's how that works. All right, let's go ahead and go. Okay, so we have our 2 cups of grated carrots. And the next thing I want to do is I want to grate up or chop up the walnuts. I use walnuts for my nuts. You can use any, well, you could probably use pecans, but yeah, but I choose walnuts just because I like the flavor of the walnuts in this particular cake. So, but what's fun for me is I have this hand grater. It's just, you know, it's a hand grater, and the really cool thing about it, see the measurements? Can you see the measurements on it? So as I'm grating or chopping the walnuts, I can see how many cups that I'm using. I'll go ahead and show you how that works. So let's see, the recipe, like I said, calls for 1 1/4 cups of chopped nuts. So let's go ahead and show you that. And I don't think it's going to be too noisy for you because it is a hand one. Now I could have done this, you know, in my chopper, but I like how this grates, and it's just fun to do, you know. See how easy that is? It is easy, 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 and it chops really nicely. And when you turn the handle towards, or I should say, when you turn the handle away from you, it chops larger portions, and then when you bring the handle towards you, it chops smaller portions. So I want the larger portions in there. So this is about 2/3 of a cup so far. And it takes 1 1/4 cups. So let's go ahead and get those chopped up. Okay, it looks like we're there. And also this twists off, so I can put the rest that I don't use back in the bag. Isn't that handy? Yeah. All I have to do is put all the ingredients in the mixer bowl in the order that they're given, and so we can go ahead and get started with that. Let's see, 2 cups of flour. So let's get my flour, bring it over, and let me get a clean spoon. Can't use my pineapple spoon because it's, you know, it's wet. You can't put a wet spoon in flour, can you? Put that aside. So yeah, I have a little over 2 cups in here, which will work out just perfectly. See if I can get it out of this bag to make it easier. There we go. All right, I got my measuring cups. And yeah, so from here on out, what we're going to do is we're going to measure our ingredients one by one, and we're just going to dump them in the mixer bowl. Now, back in the olden days, and I mean, I don't know how far back. I think that there used to be, and in fact, it might not even be super olden days, but there used to be really popular cakes that they called dump cakes, and this cake is basically a dump cake, which means that all you do is you just dump all the ingredients in, mix it, and pour it in the pan and bake it. You know, it's not like a normal or a different kind of cake, the ones where you have to, you know, cream the sugar, the shortening and sugar together, and you know, then you add the eggs one at a time, and then you add the dry ingredients. It's, you know, it doesn't work like that. It's just a very simple cake to do. Oh my goodness, I just reminded myself of my home economics teacher that I had in high school. She was so funny. I mean, she didn't mean to be funny, but she just was funny, you know. Anyways, every time she was cooking, you know, she was demoing us to cook, you know, showing us a new thing to do. She would go through the process like what I'm doing, and when she was done, she would say, "And this is so easy and fun to do." And that was her famous saying. And every time she finished, "And this is easy and fun to do." That's the way she said it. And I had a girlfriend that was in that class with me, and we used to look at each other when, I mean, she couldn't see us do this, but we used to look at each other, and when she was getting to the end, there's 1 cup of sugar. And when she was getting to the end and she was going to say, "And it is easy and fun to do," we would look at each other and mouth it and smile. And that was just really fun. And she never caught us doing that. We weren't doing it to be mean, because we weren't mean, you know, we were just doing it to have fun. In fact, she liked us. And at the end of the school year, she asked us if we wanted to have a job. You know, she would pay us to help clean up our home economics classroom, you know, at the end of the year when school was done. And so, you know, she let us do that. And that was really cool. She liked us, and she was just a really neat teacher. Okay, I forgot to get my rubber scraper, my famous red rubber scraper, so I'm going to have to dig through my drawer. Boy, this thing was really buried in there. I haven't used it in a long time. I love this rubber scraper. I really do. It works really well. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the 2 cups of grated carrots. Okay, and then next comes the 1.5 cups of salad oil, and I like canola oil, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to go ahead and use this this same measuring cup, so it's 1.5 cups, and I like to be exact, so I'm going to go down here and give it the eagle eye, the eye level. So there's 1.5 cups of oil. Put this back here, give us more room. Yeah, that'll help me scrape some of the extra carrots out too. Yep. I won't need that anymore, so I'm going to put that in the sink. Let's see, 1 1/4 cups of chopped nuts. We got those all chopped up, so we'll put those in. Easy peasy. 1 cup of coconut, and I like flaked coconut. You know, let's see, what is that other coconut called? The flaked coconut is not the long pieces of coconut. It's more chunked up, and I forget what they call. You guys would know. Someone would know what they call the coconut that's kind of like more stringy, longer strings. And that comes in handy when you're doing decorating with it, you know, like making birds' nests and things like that out of coconut, or maybe even making macaroons. I'm not sure, but Okay, so 1 cup of coconut goes right in there, just dumps right in. Here's my vanilla. I like to keep things clean as I go. Let's see, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So here's my measuring spoons. Back in the day, I used to love to go to Tupperware parties. And for those of you who are around my age or maybe a bit younger, you would recognize what Tupperware is. Tupperware is a really awesome, you know, they have all sorts of things like containers and cooking utensils and things like that. And I have a lot of different Tupperware, like measuring cups and measuring spoons and things like that. Okay, that was 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now we have our eggs. We have our three eggs. There's 1, 2, 3. That aside. So it's 1 teaspoon of salt. Here we go. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. This is brand new baking soda. Of course, you know, they say push here and pull up. That's one of those deals, you know, push here, pull up. When I get what I do with these type of like cardboard containers, I'm going to put this in a Ziploc bag, a Ziploc baggie, and to store it so it'll stay fresh. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I had to double check that. 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Love the smell of cinnamon. Love the taste of cinnamon, don't you? I guess some people wouldn't. And then 1 teaspoon of allspice. Allspice smells yummy too. Yes, yes it does. And it tastes good too. And then last but not least, I am going to add my draining pineapple. And I'm just going to give it a push a little bit more just to make sure it is well drained. Yeah. There we go. I think that's good enough. I think that's going to work. So go ahead and put that in there. Set this bowl aside. Now, all we need to do is turn on the mixer and mix it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me put I'm going to bring this measuring cup back out so that I can have something to put this spoon in so it's not messing up the countertop. But yeah, let's go ahead and put this beater blade back on. Okay, so here we go, you guys. Now, if this turns out too loud on when I go to edit, I will turn the sound off, and you'll be listening to music instead of me chatting away. So let's go ahead and turn it on and try it out. So we'll start it out on low just to get everything kind of mixed up. And you don't mix these cakes. You don't really, you know, beat these cakes up. Not the, you know, the dump cakes. You just want to make sure everything's mixed. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then I like to get all the goodies off of the beaters. That's all the coconut and the carrots and some of the dough. Or batter, I guess. Cake is batter, not dough. There we go. I think I got most of it. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to take it over here, get my sponge, kind of wipe down my area. I'm going to take the bowl off of the mixer stand so that I can give it just a little bit of a stir myself. Just to make sure that everything is, yeah, that looks really, really good. I'm going to take this beater off because it's dripping. Yikes. Yeah, I like to clean as I cook. I think I said that, didn't I? Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this mixer. No, I guess I can leave the mixer here. It's really a heavy mixer, so I'm going to get my 13 by 9 by 2 inch glass pan. And I'm going to dump it in. Now, you'll notice that I didn't grease the pan, and the reason that I didn't need to grease the pan is because it has a cup and a half of oil in it. So the oil keeps it from sticking. This cake does not stick in a pan. So yeah, let's get all these delicious goodies in there. There we go. Yeah, I like a spatula because a spatula will get every little bit out of the bowl. And I'm just kind of a stickler to try to get everything out. It's you know, I want to make sure that the cake has every little bit, as much as I can get out. Well, that's pretty good, don't you think? I think so. All right. Wipe that in there, like that. Okay, so that is the last step in making the cake. And I'm going to go ahead and pop it in the oven right now. And I will come back as soon as it's baked. Now this will take, at 325, this will take a minimum of 40 minutes. If it's, you know, what you do is to test it, you put a toothpick in the middle, and if it comes out, you know, moist, then it has to go in for a few more minutes. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pop it in the oven right now. And I will show you what it looks like after it comes out. Okay, you guys, I do believe this cake is ready to come out. Let's go ahead and pull it out. And what did I do with here's my cake tester. It's like a long wooden stick, and it is testing out perfectly. So let's go ahead and take it out. There's what it looks like. Let me see if I can, there it is. There's the cake. I'm going to put it up on this cooling rack, and I will see you after it cools down, and we will do the icing and the peeps. Okay, you guys, the cake is nice and cool, and so it's ready for the frosting. And what I did was I went ahead and made up the frosting to save time, because this video is a little bit long, as my usual videos are. But anyway, the frosting is simply an 8-ounce package of cream cheese, a 1/2 cup of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 pound of powdered sugar. And you mix that all together, and you come up with cream cheese frosting. So I'm going to go ahead and put the frosting on the cake right now. And then we're going to decorate it with Peeps and bunnies. Yes, we are. Boy, I'd love to look that beater, wouldn't you? I'm going to go ahead and put it in this dish right here. Okay, I also have this other really handy, this is a spoon that feels just like a spatula. It's silicone like my spatula, and so it can get every little bit out of here. So to help me get all of this delectable frosting out of the bowl, I'm going to use every bit of the frosting, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to use every bit because I like my my cream cheese frosting to be really, really thick when it's on a cake. And really the only cake that I put this frosting on is my carrot cake. I haven't used it on any other cakes that I can recall. So, but it is so good. And I was telling my hubby about it. Let's see, I think it was this morning. Yeah, it was this morning. I was telling him that I was going to make, my carrot cake, and it was going to have that cream cheese frosting on it. And he loves cream cheese, so he's going to really lap this up. I am too, as best as I can. I can't have a lot of sugar in my diet, but I can have little bits and pieces here and there. So anyway, I'm going to scrape the rest of this out of the spoon and put these back in here. And I need to wash my hands. Oh, that cream cheese icing gets everywhere. Okay, there we go. All right, now I have this my favorite cake spreading knife in the whole wide world, and it's bendable. It's like a bendable, and it spreads really nice, and it makes nice swirls in it. Now, when you're making this frosting and you think it might be a little bit too thin, first of all, just know that it's going to harden up once it gets chilled. You store this cake in the refrigerator because of the cream cheese frosting. But once it gets chilled, the frosting is going to harden up. Not hard, but like butter and like cream cheese does in the refrigerator. A little bit softer than that. Now I would have put more powdered sugar in this, but all I had was 1 pound of powdered sugar. And I thought to myself, before we went shopping a couple of days ago, I thought to myself, I got to put powdered sugar on my list, on my shopping list, just in case I don't have enough. And I forgot to put it on my list. And when I was done making the cake, I go, oh no, I didn't put powdered sugar on my list. I hope I have enough to make this cake, because you can't use, you can only just use powdered sugar in frosting unless you're gonna do like a cooked frosting, So anyway, this is the way I like to swirl the frosting on my cakes. I do it on every cake that I do. I like that swirled look. So yeah. So this is looking good. Yeah, I would have put more powdered sugar in this to make it thicker and to give me a little bit more frosting, but this is going to work. I mean, I don't like to see the cake underneath the, I don't like to swirl it and see the cake like maybe it's too thin or something. But this is going to work out just fine, you guys. I am not worried about it one iota. Okay. Now, I am ready to get those Peeps out of the package. I'm going to step away to get my scissors. And I don't have really a set way that I decorate, other than, here's the bunnies. I got yellow ones, and I got pink ones. And then here's the Peeps, the little chicks. Got yellow ones and pink ones. The way that I do decorating is I'll do like, I'll alternate the pink and the yellow, and that's all I'll do. That's my main thing, and so I'll just start out, and whatever happens with the decorating. Let's see, maybe I'll do pink. I think I'm going to start out doing yellow bunnies, and no, I'm sorry, pink bunnies and yellow chicks, and just go from there. Now, my husband, when he saw me buy all of these Peeps, he said, well, you couldn't possibly be using all of those Peeps on that one cake. And I said, well, I buy extra so that I can have leftovers. And so he totally got it, A girl's got to have a little treat once in a while. So let's get started with the decorating. There's the bunnies. I'm all done with this. And there's the Peeps. And I'm just going to go, like this. Let me see. Like I say, I do play it by ear. So I'm going to do bunny. I'm going to do bunny, peep, bunny, peep. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to do bunny, peep. And I'm, who knows? I might use all of them. I don't know. But I'm never worried about having extra, like cake decorating stuff, because I know that I'll either, I'll probably use them. Plus, these can be frozen, so they're not going to go bad. And, if you like to eat them sort of more hard, like they're soft like marshmallows right now, but I had heard Holly Church say, and see, I like to do the opposite, like here's the Peep here, so I'm going to put a bunny there. That's just my way though, Anyways, Holly Church had said that she likes to keep her Peeps out until they get, like hardened, because she likes them chewy. So, there's all kinds of different ways to eat a Peep. And I like soft marshmallows, but I also like chewy marshmallows. I grew up with chewy marshmallows, to tell you the truth. We had what I think the brand name was Campfire marshmallows, and they never came. I'm talking about what my mom used to have. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Perfect. Okay, now my dilemma: should I put a Peep on either end, or should I leave the end open? Or should I put a bunny there? I think I'm going to put a Peep there. That way I don't have to open up another bunny package. So there you go. So that's my way of decorating that way. And then I also have, jelly beans. Jelly beans are kind of fun, I think. I'll go ahead and, I don't want to use the black ones, but, I'll go ahead and use all the colors except for the licorice ones, because I don't think licorice and carrot cake would taste very good together. So I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'm just gonna maybe put a jelly bean in front of each of the little bunnies and the little chicks. There's no, when it comes to decorating, you all know, the ones that cook and bake or whatever, I don't think there's any set rules about that. I think that you just do what you feel like doing. Now, usually, I'm not really that great at decorating. I think it's fun to decorate, but I'm not that great at it. Now, my daughter Melanie, I'll tell you what, if she was here, she would do a fantastic job decorating this cake. She's really good at crafting, decorating, knowing the right colors to use, that type of thing. Me, I just like fly by the seat of my pants, as they say. So that's just what I'm doing now. I'm just flying. There we go. Now, the final touch that I would like to do, because I love coconut. Coconut is inside the cake, but I'm going to put, just because I just now thought of it, I am going to put some coconut, and it's the Angel Flake coconut. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of that coconut right down the middle of that little sort of pathway that I made. Yeah, I think that'll work out really good. Just for fun, you know, just for something fun to look at. Like, I don't like stuff to be bare. I don't like to see bare space. Oh, as you can tell by my dolly room, I do not have one spare area on my wall. So, so there you go. I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera around, and so that I can show you what the cake looks like. So I will be right back. Okay, everyone, here's the grand finale. Let me give you a close-up of what the cake looks like. And I hope you like it. See how the coconut is right in the path there? So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I hope you all enjoyed joining me in my West Virginia kitchen. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And for those who celebrate, happy Easter. And until we meet again, bye-bye.